My full name is Andre Shepard. So I was a member of the Canadian Armed Forces. I was with the Royal Canadian Navy for 36 years. And I've been at the Commissioneers for the last 10 years. My current occupation is Identification Services Manager. So the reason why I joined the Canadian Armed Forces goes back to my childhood. My mother one day was on the bus, met a lady on the bus. She come home and she said she had met this lady who was, her son was in cadets, and she would like it if one of us thought about cadets. So I just kept on going to the regular force and joined the Royal Canadian Navy. When I joined cadets, I met a friend in Navy League Cadets, Derek Grant. Later on in life, I went to Sea Cadets and he went a separate way. And around between 82 and 84, I had a friend come to me and say, listen, you got to meet this Army guy. You're going to love this guy. I met him one day and I looked and said, my goodness, Derek Grant. And Derek is still a member of Commissioneers. So we've been together forever and ever. And it's just one of those friendships that you make when you're in cadets and you carry on for the rest of your life. My stepfather was in the Navy. So my perception of the Navy was that it was a great place to join, a great career. You'd learn a lot, discipline, and be able to grow up. So after being in cadets, it just, reinforced the idea of being in the Canadian Navy. And then after I joined the Navy, the perceptions I had all came true, and it was a phenomenal place to be. Got to travel, see the world, met a lot of good people. I was a West Coast sailor for the most part. I've done a lot in my career, so it's a lot of highlights, a lot of stories, and some stuff that I'll keep to myself. The impact that the serving in the military had on me and my family, for my children, it was, they got to learn a lot from my travels. I got to appreciate what I have. My children got to appreciate everything as well. The great thing about being in the Commissioneers is that you still had that camaraderie, you still had that fellowship. Remembrance Day brings back the memories of those that have served. I've lost friends that were in the military, that were in the Navy. Get that time to reflect on those that have come before us, given up their lives so that we have a better life. So right now I am on a National Advisory Committee for the No. 2 Construction Battalion. The No. 2 Construction Battalion was the first all-black battalion during the First World War. During that time in 1916, the black men were trying to join the military to go to war and fight, but they were told that they weren't allowed to join. It was a white man's war. Eventually, they were allowed to join, but they were formed up into a construction battalion. So instead of getting weapons and bullets, they were given shovels and pickaxes. Whenever there's Remembrance Day service, even during COVID, I'd still go down and do my time at the cenotaph, do my moment of silence, and my time to reflect. Same with, especially with the Navy, Battle of Atlantic Sunday. Before COVID, being a member of the Army, Navy, Air Force veterans, I got to be the Sergeant at Arms for Remembrance Day service in Winnipeg. Got to march them on for the parade. So that was my most memorable Remembrance Day service.